So my whole life, I've been a dancer. I've been dancing since I was a kid. I was a full-time professional dancer and a teaching artist in school. In 2013, I started to feel tremors in my right leg. I thought it was a pinched nerve or something. So I saw a chiropractor and it was like temporary relief. I think after a few months, I went to see my general doctor, my general physician, and he said I was just getting old. He's like, oh, you've been dancing your whole life. I just think you're getting old. I thought like, wow, this is really weird. I know my body well, and I know that cannot be the reason. So I ventured out. I tried to do my own research. My orthopedic doctor said one thing, my general doctor said another thing, and I didn't know who to believe. I started doing physical therapy too, and things weren't getting better. And as a dancer, you're like so in touch with your body, you can like pinpoint, okay, like something is wrong, okay, like let's try to problem solve, and thinking like, okay, this is gonna fix one thing, and then another thing pops up. I had no idea like there was an underlying issue. At this point, I'm like desperate. I'm like, I'll do anything just to fix my ankle, my knee, and like get it over with. A few months after of recovery from the surgery, I was still feeling symptoms. It didn't get better at all. My foot was still dragging on the floor. I felt lost and hopeless and frustrated, and I didn't know what to do. And my body is like my instrument, my tool, and I couldn't use it. I went back to the podiatrist and I told him that I still feel the symptoms. And then he's like, okay, maybe you should see a neurologist. And I went to go see my first neurologist, did an EKG, and he said everything was fine. So I was like, okay, that's out of the way. But he didn't prescribe any MRIs on my brain or spinal cord. I was working with him for a few months, and his wife is a physical therapist that specializes in neurological diseases. And then he was like, I talked to my wife about your symptoms, and she thinks it might be something neurological, like maybe MS. And he's like, maybe you should get a second opinion about it. I looked up a neurologist at UCLA. She was like, okay, it might be MS, but you have to get an MRI. I was in shock. I cried a lot. And I think I felt a little bit of relief because, okay, now I know what it is and now I can start treating it. I had to stop dancing at the moment. It was hard to cope with, like seeing what my body could handle and what in my mind I wanted it to look like. I had to stop teaching dance. 8 classes a day with 30 kids, having to keep up with their energy. I was like so overwhelmed, and it like made my symptoms worse. And I used to have panic attacks. I was like worried for my mental and emotional health. I feel like your body knows how to fix itself, and I would rather treat my body with exercise and healthy food in that natural way. But I tried to do that and I was still getting new lesions, so I had to try different medications. I haven't had any new lesions since being on it, but my walking's gotten worse. So now on paper, like I'm stable, I'm good, but like in my body, something's not right still. I'm still trying to problem solve here. How can I make my body work for this medication? I found a psychotherapist that also incorporated dance and psychotherapy together. So that was like one way how I eased back into movement and accepted like how my body is and how it moves. My foot still drags a lot. It's hard for me to like pick up my knee and like use my right leg. Sometimes I have to like manually like lift up my leg. I have to walk with a cane. It's hard for me to stand for long periods of time. So I'm doing physical therapy twice a week, and this physical therapy specializes in neurological conditions. So they know how to kind of manage and work with the symptoms that I'm feeling. They show me how to modify it so I can do these exercises at home. Because I feel like with MS, you have to be consistent. The more you do it, it gets better. And then if you stop, it like brings you like 3 steps back, and you have to keep building up your stamina again. It's hard during this pandemic because the gyms are closed. Like just trying my best to do all my exercises at home the best I can. There's no way to predict like this can happen to you. You're only in control of how you react to it. So you cry it out and then get back to it. My advice would be to don't be afraid to ask for help. When I was going through doctor to doctor, I tried to figure it out all on my own. I think if I would have shared it with people, maybe they would have told me about MS. Yes, get a second opinion or third opinion or fourth opinion. Find out as much information as you can before you settle on anything.